Leslie and I have had a burden for a long time. Even before Ellerslie started, we prayed for 17 years for this to start. In other words, it's been around for a long time. And now that we've been going over 10 years, it's been a long time since we started praying for this. And to see it mature into what it is just a beautiful thing that has established a great deal of confidence in our God, of how he leads a life over a long period of time. But our vision has always been to bring something back to the church. It's like a resuscitation of the church, sticking those paddles on and giving it an electrical jolt, and seeing it breathe again, seeing the heartbeat start to beat within the chest of the church. Strengthen that which remains before it dies. This is the message, I would say, that Leslie and I have carried, that we see a waning church and we see what God intends it to be. Sometimes the church is not very lovely. I think all of us could compare notes and go, yeah, that's for sure. Inexplicably, I love the church. And I say that because I've received far more pangs and pains from the Church of Jesus Christ than anywhere else. Far more than secular society is from the church. And I think a lot of us understand that. But I love the church. I care deeply about the church. This ministry of Ellerslie, our entire staff, has been constructed out of a very similar blob of clay. We're all very similar in how we function. We all come from different heritages, different backgrounds, and yet we all care about the centrality of Jesus Christ, that he will be seen, and that the majesty of Jesus Christ would be brought back to the church, and that we would rise up with a steel of spine and begin to function the way the church was intended to function. And the world would take note that God once again lives within that body, and that it strides onto the scene of time with a muscular, manly deportment to bring the gospel to bear upon the nations. It stirs me. I remember standing outside of the chapel building, and it was raining out, and we were praying for the campus. This is years before we ended up getting it. And I was looking at the chapel building, and I prayed, God, in that building, I pray that you would raise up the next generation of Hudson Taylors and Amy Carmichaels. Yeah, that's still my prayer. It's for that return of the epic, the return of the grand, the return of majesty to this hour, to this generation. We need it, and we need it now. If you'd like to take these truths deeper, join us here at Ellerslie for one of our upcoming discipleship programs.